And first up tonight, Oklahoma's state auditor has released a scathing audit of Epic Charter Schools, an online public school that has grown into the largest district in the state. Auditor Cindy Bird says Epic used a remarkably complex infrastructure to divert tens of millions of taxpayer dollars into a for-profit business controlled by the school's two founders and its chief financial officer. 2 Works for You's Katie Kelleher breaks down some of the key findings of this report for us. Katie.
Governor Kevin Stitt requested the state audit Epic charter schools, and according to the report, some of Epic's money isn't going to students like it should. $458 million. That's how much state and federal dollars auditors found Epic charter schools received over the past 6 years. More than $325 million of that went to the Epic Schools Fund. The other $125 million went to the Epic Youth Services and the EYS Learning Fund, 2 areas that state auditors found the most questionable. Epic Youth Services is a for-profit private company started by the founders of Epic Charter Schools, a company Epic then hired. The EYS Learning Fund is supposed to hold $1,000 per student for things like technology, curriculum, and extracurricular activities. The report says Epic spent nearly $3 million on advertising in 3 months. Money state auditors say was enough to buy 1.2 million school lunches for low-income students, or 15,000 new Chromebooks, or 500,000 new textbooks. Epic says they have 61,000 students, but the report found a mystery in the way Epic calculates student enrollment. So it's hard to tell if Epic is entitled to the $80 million in the Learning Fund. Another part of the report says Epic Youth Services used hundreds of thousands of Oklahoma taxpayer dollars to try and expand in California. Money was spent on expenses and paying Oklahoma school employees to run the California school. The report found some of this money was paid back only after the state auditor discovered it. The state audit says Epic has been underreporting its admin costs for years, and because of that, owes the state nearly $9 million. Finally, the report says the Oklahoma Employment Security Commission found that from July 2014 through October 2018, Epic Youth Services, which was hired to manage Epic charter schools, had 0 employees and only hired 3 employees since November 2018. Epic responded in a statement saying, in part, "We haven't had a chance to read this 120-page report. We will be providing a point-by-point response within 24 hours. But once you cut through the theatrics of today's announcement, the conclusion of the report calls for changes to the law. It does not assert that laws have been broken." Epic's full statement and the entire report is on our website, ktrh.com. Now, this was just part 1 of the state auditor's report. It's unclear when part 2 is coming out. Katie Kelleher, 2 Works for You.
All right, Katie, thank you. Well, Governor Kevin Stitt released a statement regarding the audit. He said, in part, while we are still reviewing the entire contents of the audit, the initial findings are concerning. Our state has recently invested in public education at the highest levels in our state's history, and Oklahomans deserve accountability and transparency on how their hard-earned tax dollars are being spent. State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister also issued a statement. It says, in an education environment where every dollar is being stretched to the limit, these findings are deeply disturbing.